Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you are on the podcast platforms, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a review while you're at it. And if you are on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that like button while you're at it. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. And let's just go ahead and get into this conversation/reality chat. Kandi Burruss from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she had a spinoff on Bravo based around her restaurant, Oldladygang, and it was called Kandi and the Gang. And I thought it, was a cute concept, and it's basically similar to Vanderpump Rules, which was a spinoff of Lisa Vanderpump's restaurants, Pump, and in Beverly Hills, and that has had several seasons. I never watched Vanderpump Rules, just never had an interest in it, even though I did watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and was familiar with Lisa Vanderpump. I just wasn't interested in her staff and all that other stuff that came along with that drama. But that show has had several seasons. It's made celebrities out of staff that worked in her restaurant, and that's, what it has been. So I did a previous reality chat talking about Kandi and the Gang when it came out, and I was basically asking the question, was this just like a hood version of the Vanderpump Rules show? And in essence, it was. But now the question is, was it canceled? Because the thing is, it's been canceled. So was it canceled due to low ratings, or was it canceled due to violence? So the story actually comes from sandrarose.com, and the story it reads, Kandi Burruss's Bravo spinoff, Kandi and the Gang, has been canceled weeks after she was hit with a lawsuit over a 2020 shooting at one of her Atlanta restaurants. According to Radar Online, a woman named Kia Humphreys filed a lawsuit against Burruss and her husband Todd on behalf of herself and her daughter Tammy Johnson after a 2020 shooting at Oldladygang restaurant. The lawsuit also named the owners of the shopping center on the 3600 block of Market Boulevard in East Point, Georgia. Kia Humphreys and her daughter were both shot during an incident in the restaurant on February 14, 2020. Humphreys and her daughter underwent multiple surgeries and therapy. The shooting was the second at the same Oldladygang location that Kandi and Todd opened in 2018. The TV series was filmed at the Peters Street location. Sources revealed to blogger B. Scott that the network canceled Kandi and the Gang after low interest, especially amid subpar ratings. B. Scott called Kandi for her reaction to the cancellation, but she was too shaken to talk. Quote, she says, "I'm not ready to give any statement." And she added, "I really haven't put my thoughts into words. I have not written a statement. All I can say is that I really love our show, Kandi and the Gang, and everyone in it. I feel like it deserves a second season. People ask me about the show every day. There will be a lot of disappointed fans. I'm disappointed." And the story continues, Kandi and the Gang followed the antics of Burruss's employees at her Oldladygang restaurant in Atlanta. Kandi and the Gang debuted to terrible reviews back in March. Now, look, I'm reading the story. I'm not saying that. Okay. One Twitter user called the series so boring and dumb. There were many problems with the series. Two of the restaurant's hostesses were strippers, and Kandi hired a crew of unprofessional misfits to prepare the restaurant's food and serve the customers. Now, look. That was the story that I read. These are not my comments about the people that work there, because I don't know any of these people, and I did not watch the show. I saw a few clips of some episodes, but I didn't watch the show. It just wasn't something that I wouldn't say that it wasn't interesting, because I've watched Kandi and her family and all of the things that came along with building that restaurant while they were on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just didn't get into it. I'll just put it like that. So I would never say that the show was dumb or boring, but that's what they quoted someone else saying on Twitter. But of course, you're going to have your critics, you're going to have your haters, and you're going to have your lovers and supporters and your stans. But was it canceled due to low ratings? Or was it canceled because it was a liability? We have to be honest. I wouldn't say that it was canceled because of low ratings, because I would say, based on what people were saying about the show, whether people liked the people who were on the show or not, it definitely did have an interest from people that were really liking the show. But I believe with all of the things going on with the shootings that happened, and I think most recently, Kandi's either, I don't know if it's a cousin or a nephew or somebody in her family who worked in one of her restaurants got shot at and shot, not shot at, but got shot while working in one of the restaurants. So I believe that it was more so because it became a liability versus low ratings. Because think about it. You've got your production, your camera crews, sound guys, all of these different people that are going to be there setting up, getting the scenes prepared, all of that good stuff going on. And you can't control, if you're going to have like a real reality show, you can't control the people coming in and out. And then if you do that, then it's going to cost more money because they have to be able to continue to operate the business and make their money on a daily basis, because I'm sure that they have numbers that they have to reach and hit every day in order to continue to pay the staff and all of the things that they have to pay for the business. So if they were going to have closed sets and then screen people and only like 2 or 3 or 4 people are going to be able to eat in the restaurant during the times of filming, then that's going to cause them to lose money, therefore requesting more money for the show to be filmed. So with just those few things coupled together and you consider all of those factors, I believe that it was more so a liability that they just didn't see worth the continued investment in, and the risk of possibly maybe having another violent incident happen that could cause someone else to get injured or shot or, God forbid, KILLED. And then these people, you see how they do, because you heard with this lawsuit, they're not just suing Kandi and her husband and OLG, they're suing the owners of the property that they're renting the space out for the restaurant. So can you imagine if something like that happened and Bravo was there filming at the same time? They'd be suing the heck out of Bravo TV, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen. Like, they would be naming everybody. Let's just be clear. You know how it is here in the USA. That's what I call the United States of America. It's the USA. People will file lawsuits against everybody. They will file a lawsuit against your eyebrows if they felt like your eyebrows were involved in some way and they could get some sort of compensation from your eyebrows. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's really the way it is. And we have the attorneys to thank for that. The cesspool, like, that's why that old joke about what do you call 1,000 attorneys on a sinking ship a great start? Like, yeah, that joke didn't come about as just to be funny. Someone actually meant that. But I digress. Those are just my thoughts and opinions. I would really love to know what you guys think about it. Do you believe that it was because of the low ratings that they're claiming the show had? Or do you believe that it was just a liability to continue to take this chance and risk in filming this show? And I feel bad for Kandi, because I do believe that Kandi really wants to help people to make more money and get careers and things like that. So if this was like an opportunity for these people to get more well known and not even so much branch off, but build up something in conjunction with what they're doing to help her at the same time, I believe she would have been all here for that. And to see it not transpire, I'm sure that that's a hurtful thing. But anyway, guys, you let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.